Hey guys, it is Luca the Lightworker here. I hope all is well. Today is Thanksgiving. I do hope everyone had a good holiday for everyone who celebrates. I hope that you were able to spend some time relaxing, watching the game if that's what you do, spending time with loved ones, or just hanging out and relaxing if that's your preference. But I do hope that it was a good holiday for everyone overall. The energy as of late has been really, really interesting. I feel like as a collective, a lot of us did notice that there was a shift. And I mean, it's so chaotic right now. All of the natural disasters, I'm seeing like an uptick of just like a lot of like arrests and people getting fired and people resigning and just a lot of really chaotic energy right now. So definitely going through a major shift. I'm curious to see what 2026 has in store for us because I'm sure it's going to be very interesting. But I did do some pre-shuffling and some of the information that came out. Just a quick glance here. We have withdrawal. We have good news. We have strategy. And we have nightmare. So, I mean, maybe good news that somebody is quitting something, somebody's being rejected, or something along those lines. Some kind of strategy that somebody had, some kind of a plan. Somebody's having to abandon some kind of plan. I've been getting this message lately, and the message is don't play in the dark if you're afraid of the boogeyman. I don't know who that's for, but anyway, that's a message that I've been getting on repeat. I've been hearing that in a loop. But let's see what messages we have further on this. And I do feel like this is like something karmic. I did get a message over the weekend about karmics and medical results coming in, and that these medical results are not favorable. I saw like a flash of like a positive test result for something, so this could be in reference to possibly I was getting, it could be of the schmexual variety. This could be more having to do with like cancer or something along those lines, or like complications, something like that. But yeah, overall it was no bueno. I've been getting a lot of information about a lot of karmic energy. So let's dive in here and let's get some more information. What are they withdrawing from? Tell me more about this withdrawal for the collective. What is this withdrawal? Okay. So we have house. So this may be in reference to your foundation, someone's foundation. This could be about assets. This could be, I mean, the house could also be your body, having to do with your body. And yeah, the body is rejecting something, or something's being rejected as far as somebody's foundation, health-wise, spiritual-wise, maybe even financially. Tell me more about this house. Tell me more about this house. Oh, so we have great fortune. So this may be something that's either being taken away from someone, or something's being rejected for them to have something. But also there is health is wealth, and maybe that download was in reference to like a health matter being the cause potentially, or somebody not having a firm foundation, maybe the cause for somebody losing something, or maybe even like a claim or something is being rejected. This could be in reference to something legal, spiritually, or in the physical. Tell me more about the good news. Tell me more about this good news. Oh, there's another card. Oh, male, female. So this may be you, or this is somebody in your energy. So somebody has to withdraw from something having to do with a main female, a great fortune, something having to do with a home or assets. Somebody has to withdraw from something, maybe because of health. Okay, tell me more about the good news. Oh, so there's a mature woman that's in despair. This may be a mother figure, an aunt, a grandparent. Yeah, grandparent, something along those lines, but somebody's in despair over this. Possibly this good news, they're in despair, or this could be like a surprise for a mature woman. A surprise for a mature woman could be putting somebody in despair. Tell me more. Tell me more about this. Great fortune came out again. So there's definitely something having to do with, this could be spiritual inheritance or also physical inheritance or both. So there's definitely something going on pertaining to money. So on the positive side, the main female, the main, feminine energy may be coming into wealth. Or, yeah, like it's one or the other. Or somebody who's just more mature. This maybe it doesn't even have to do with age per se. This may just be a level of maturity. But, yeah. This great fortune is causing someone despair, but it's good news for someone else. And it seems as though, or these two individuals may be working together. Maybe this is like a mother and daughter duo that were working together, conspiring to get a great fortune, some kind of foundation, some assets, something along those lines. But they're in despair now because of some kind of miracle, some kind of good news that's come in. Tell me more about the strategy. Tell me more about the strategy. Okay, so we have a wealthy man. Maybe this was a plan that a wealthy man had, some kind of strategy. Maybe this is like three people working together, a main female, a mature woman, and a wealthy man. Tell me more about this strategy. There's a message of concern about some kind of plan that the three of these people had together. Tell me more. I'm not going to take these right now, but like, okay, so we have underneath this wealthy man and the message of concern, we have the lovers, we have the main male, and we have the house. This could be in reference to, like I was saying, like somebody getting like not so favorable test results. So this may be in reference to like a same-sex couple or something along those lines. But I heard cuerpo. So something's wrong with the body. Possibly this main male may have gotten a wealthy man sick. I'm getting like some kind of weird, like this wealthy man may be like a secret lover of this main male, or the main male is their secret lover, but something is having to do with their body. I just keep hearing cuerpo. So this person may be Spanish speaking. This may be a Hispanic person, maybe South American, maybe Mexico is significant, maybe even Spain, but I'm just hearing cuerpo. Something's wrong with somebody's body. Alternatively, if that's not a relationship between these two. It could even be that a wealthy man may have sent in a main male to be a lover, to gain some kind of assets. Maybe that is what's coming out, some kind of plan that this person had. Tell me more about this nightmare. I said I wasn't going to take these and leave them here, but tell me, actually, yeah, tell me more about this message of concern. Tell me more about this message of concern. Shit. Okay, look at that coffin. Yeah, somebody's definitely unwell here. Maybe mentally, could be physically, but I'm getting it's a combination of the two, like stress manifesting physical illness for this wealthy man. And this may also just be, like I said, like this person did somebody's lover take them out for money? Maybe this was you know, segue, this could even be like maybe like a younger man plotting on an older man that's wealthy, their lover plotting on them, possibly like getting them sick or something like that for like money, is what I'm getting. Like some kind of plan to make someone ill, put somebody in the death energy. What? Maybe this wealthy man sent someone towards this main male to make them sick. Someone may have passed. Somebody may be passing. This may be past, present, or future. Wow. Tell me about this nightmare. Tell me about this nightmare. Okay, so we have high honor, and that spun all the way around in the reverse. Okay, somebody feels under some kind of persecution because there may be exposure. I know, like, for example, if this is a case of someone like spreading disease, I know that the CDC guidelines, essentially, they send out communication to any of your partners, your schmexual partners. They send out notifications to them if you have, I think specifically like any kind of like deadly disease, that you are required, especially if this is a situation where you have infected multiple people, maybe even individuals filing complaints against you. This could be reasoning for someone reporting you. So there's that. Somebody's not being seen as someone of good standing in the community, possibly due to something having to do with finances, something having to do with possible like illness or some kind of death, illness or some kind of death. Yeah, so we have pathway that came out crossing. So somebody's path is blocked. There's a blockage because somebody isn't being seen as high honor. So this wealthy man may have a lot of status. This may be somebody that's in a position of power. This could be a judge, a lawyer, a doctor, clergy. This could be a pastor, a priest, like just somebody that's like high honor. I know a wealthy man also can signify like a banking institution. So there's that. So something may be going on with some kind of banking institution, maybe a head of a bank, a head of a branch of a bank, something along those lines. Tell me more about this nightmare. Oh man. Okay, so I'm just gonna take those. Oh, well, I guess this tells the whole story. All right, so we have change, we have family room, and then we have the lovers and expectation, and these both came out in reverse. So there's something that's happening. Maybe there was some kind of family secret, possibly about this wealthy man, something that he was doing. I don't know if this has to do with shady business dealings. It could definitely be shady business dealings. It could also be like a sneaky down low lifestyle. This could be like him possibly, like, I heard, like paying male escorts. Maybe this lover was a male escort. So we have this lover's expectation in reverse. So there may be talks about how maybe this person is expecting that, like, once this message gets out about whatever shady dealings they have, that they're not going to be able to attract a mate, or they're maybe expecting the end of a relationship. This is something that was unexpected, maybe for somebody to leave them, to break up with them. But something's going on with a great fortune. This could be losing something in like a court situation. This could be inheritances. This could be quite a few different things. So let's see a little bit more about what this could be about. So tell me more about this main female. Tell me more about this main female. What do we need to know about the main female? Okay, so the main female in this situation is a divine feminine. So this may be you, somebody who has a strong intuition, somebody who's a healer. Okay, tell me more about this mature woman. What do we need to know about this mature woman? Okay, so we have visit, pregnancy, and then we have revenge. All of these came out in reverse. So what I'm getting is, this is not your mother. This may be somebody else's mother. And then entrapment is here as well. So maybe somebody's finding out that somebody is not your mother. So maybe somebody falsely represented themselves as somebody's parent, possibly because of money. And then we have revenge. So somebody's not able to be childish anymore. Some action that they were taking, this mature woman. And we have visit. So they were expecting a visit. They were expecting a visit of good news. They were expecting a phone call. They're not going to be able to get revenge because they're not the mother. So somebody may have been maybe like using somebody else's identity to gain access to some kind of funds or something along those lines. And now they're in despair over this great fortune, which I think belongs to this main female divine feminine energy. So all of these assets belong to this divine feminine, and whoever this false matriarch person is, that's the person that's in despair because they were maybe waiting on a phone call to confirm that something like went through for them, but something went wrong. Something went wrong. Tell me more about why they're in despair. Oh. Tell me more about why they're in despair. Tell me a little bit more. So we have regrets, and it came out crossing. They don't regret whatever this is that they did, that they lied about. They don't regret it. They don't feel guilty. They don't feel guilty about what they did, lying possibly, about who they are. Tell me more about this great fortune. Tell me more about the great fortune. Yeah. So they were planning on getting away with a great fortune. And then here we have fake profiles. So they were pretending to be a mature woman, pretending to be a mother figure or whoever the mature woman is. This may be somebody pretending to be the divine feminine or a mother figure, but they were hiding themselves, plotting, planning on going on vacation, or maybe this is something that they did do. I mean, they're in despair, but they don't regret what they did. So they could be faking that they feel sorry about what they did, is what I'm getting. Tell me more about this wealthy man. Okay, we have denial. Okay, so this wealthy man may not be telling the truth about some kind of plan that they enacted, possibly with a mature woman, something that these two individuals did together. Some kind of information that they gave may have contradicted something else. I'm getting paperwork. Paperwork, something doesn't match. This could be like false documents, something along those lines. I'm getting like affidavits, perjury, something along those lines. They did something sketchy for money. Tell me more about this coffin. Tell me more about the coffin. Okay, so we have searching. What? Okay, so this may be an end of somebody being able to search for you. Maybe they're being blocked from being able to look you up. Alternatively, this could be that some kind of contact may have been blocked. Maybe somebody said that you passed away. Could be that. Somebody may have been presenting themselves as you or as a mature woman, maybe as the person. So it could be like, say for instance, this is in reference to inheritance. This may be that like maybe a grandparent or a mother figure, aunt, older sister or something like that left you some kind of fortune, and somebody was either pretending to be you or they were pretending to be the person that left something for you to keep you from receiving whatever this is. They may have been blocking contact. Like I said, they may have been saying that you passed away. Maybe somebody looked you up to find out whether or not you had passed. What? Okay, so this may be like the false documents, maybe like a fake death certificate. Maybe someone changed someone's date of death. Falsified documents or altered documents. I guess those will still be false. All right, tell me more about this nightmare. What is this nightmare? Oh, family. So this may be your family or this is somebody else's family that's in this nightmare, because they're collectively being seen as false people. So this may have been like an entire unit, people who maybe class themselves as family with one another. This may not be blood family. Maybe they all have some kind of tie in one way or another to one another. Yeah, these individuals consider themselves to be some kind of family. I heard mafia. What? Yeah, so maybe these people operate like the mafia. I just heard hits. Maybe they put hits out on people for money. People pretending to be people's deceased family members and taking their assets is what I heard. Okay. Tell me more about this family room. Yeah. So they're a third party, and that's the secret. The secret is they're a third party. This is not your real family that's doing this. Or this may have been, alternatively, this could be the third party of somebody that you used to be with. So this may be, alternatively, this could be like like aunt, cousin, older feminine energy that's related to somebody that you were in a relationship with. So this is, I'm getting like an ex possibly. This may be like an ex and their mother. So maybe the ex is a wealthy man, and then there's a mother figure that may have been pretending to be your mother. Maybe this person has been trying to get back together with you or something along those lines. But the secret is that there was a third party. The third party situation could also be that they have a family, like a secret family with someone, you know, that may or may not resonate with you. Maybe they had a child with someone and you're not aware. Maybe they had a child with a third party, or the third party is their like meddling family, or the third party is their new person that they have a family with. Or this could even be, yeah, this could be an ex-husband, you know, whatever, but this is somebody that is in relation to you in some way. But this would be people that you may know, maybe that you felt were family to you, but they're suffering right now because there's some kind of exposure that's happening. Yeah, there's some kind of exposure that's happening right now that they were not expecting. Possibly that you're not with someone. Maybe somebody said that you guys were together, you're in a relationship, you had a relationship, but there was some kind of like partnership that ended that was like necessary for something. Maybe you gave this person credibility in some way pertaining to some kind of like money. Like they're able to stake claim to some kind of money by being like attached to you contractually or something along those lines, but I'm getting that this is false. If this wealthy man is not involved with this, say this is just like a third party that's looking into this, they may be finding out that somebody was strategizing. Maybe they overlooked the truth. Say this is a judge. Maybe this judge, you know, was in denial that this was some kind of like scam. It could be that. And maybe they're getting evidence. Somebody looked something up online. Somebody searched for something. There's some kind of evidence, some kind of paper trail, some kind of digital footprint that's causing concern because something was planned. I mean, this may have even been like a planned unaliving that there's like messages about. Wow, that took a turn. I went left real quick. Okay, so tell me more about the Divine Feminine. What else do I need to know about this main female? Anything else I need to know? Okay, somebody may have done some kind of love spell, possibly to have a Divine Feminine rejected, or to have, yeah, to have a Divine Feminine rejected, pertaining to some kind of great fortune, some kind of home. Maybe they said that you were deceased, or they said that you were unwell in some kind of way. Maybe that you were passing away, like something along those lines. What? Okay, that's weird. Tell me more about this this mature woman. Tell me more about this mature woman. I'm bothered. You may be the mature woman, or you are not bothered by this mature woman because there's some good news coming in. This may be something that you're picking up intuitively, that there's some kind of messages coming in. On the bottom you see ancestors. Your ancestors have some good news for you that's coming in. Maybe this mature woman, I'm getting there's multiple mature women. Maybe the person that passed on, maybe you, maybe a feminine energy that's older. but I'm getting that your ancestors are stepping in to take care of something because something has been, I'm hearing convoluted. This has been like a very unnecessarily complicated process because there are other people involved that had nothing to do with this person. Like, if this is like a grandparent, this had, this person laid out what they wanted. They were very clear about what they wanted. And then there was some kind of deception that went on, like secrets, like maybe a message was misconstrued, something along those lines where there was something complicated unnecessarily. Tell me more about these regrets. What? All right. So we have courthouse divination. So somebody is in despair because of what's going on in court. Like I said, this felt like a legal issue. So maybe you practice divination, maybe this person does. Someone didn't think that they were going to be found guilty of something. But I'm getting that because we have visit and we have good news. This person, there was something that was supposed to be communicated. Maybe someone's supposed to call you, or they said that they visited you and they did not. Something was supposed to take place that didn't take place. And this person was like really nonchalant about it. And I don't know if this is somebody who works for the courts that was supposed to deliver a message in some way, shape, or form, and they didn't do it. They never visited. There was information they were supposed to collect or confirm or relay, and they didn't do it. They didn't do what they were supposed to do. And what I'm getting is this is coming up in somebody's reading. This is coming up in some kind of communication from somebody like spiritual. That, I mean, it could be me picking this up, but there was something that was supposed to be communicated. So this could be spiritual court as well. We have karma at the bottom. Somebody may have been doing divination to try to get clarity on how a court situation was going to go, and they just, maybe they were getting, we saw the ancestor card earlier. What I'm getting from that is your ancestors may have been affecting the reading. So just like these people were manipulating energies around this divine feminine, main female energy, the ancestors may have stepped in and were like messing with whatever messages. Say this person pays a reader or a seer or something like that to try to get information. This information that was coming out was incorrect. So they were making moves based on the information that they were getting, but there was something about the information that they didn't see. Something was not relayed, or the information that they were getting was like, oh, you're not going to be found guilty, or you're not going to be to blame. Tell me more about this getaway. Oh, we have the evil eye. So somebody may have been evil eyeing you. Maybe they tried to get away with this, whatever this great fortune is. I'm getting inheritance. But somebody, maybe this mature woman or whoever these people are, this family unit, they're evil eyeing you because it looks like you're going to be running off into the sunset while they're dealing with whatever chaos they've created for themselves. They may be watching your social media at this time. These people may be making fake profiles to be able to watch you. They may be doing divination to find out if you've received some kind of communication yet from the courts, is what I'm getting. They're watching your social media like real tough right now because they want to know if you got this money. But it feels like inheritance or like some kind of like settlement. I'm getting in the past, something may have been taken away from you. A house, assets, a home, great fortune. You may have lost a lot. Maybe you ended up homeless, or that was like a goal for these people. All right, tell me more about the sneakiness. Tell me more about the sneakiness. Yeah, these people were being sneaky about being ops. So maybe you didn't know who these people were behind the fake profiles. Maybe these people were communicating with you. I'm hearing running interference. So this may have been like to distract you or something like this while they tried to get away with some kind of money. But they're evil eyeing you. They may have tried to set you up in some kind of way. Tell me about this denial. Oh, we have the High Priestess. So this wealthy man may have been in denial that you, possibly this divine feminine, are a High Priestess. Maybe they were not aware, or they just didn't want to face that you could see them, or you could see the strategy, whatever plan this was that these people had. Like I said, there may be a High Priestess that these people were going to paying for readings on a court situation, and they were making moves based on a High Priestess that was giving them incorrect information. I don't know if this is deliberate or this person is a fake High Priestess. Maybe this person was advised by their ancestors to give false information, or somebody's ancestors were interfering with the messages that this High Priestess was giving to this wealthy man. It brings to mind, I know I saw some like headline about I think it was like Kim K paying like a psychic about whether or not she was going to get or going to pass the bar. I'm getting like that kind of vibes. Somebody was paying like a fake reader, or somebody that was just giving them the okie doke for big bucks, and they still didn't get the outcome that they wanted despite what they were told by this High Priestess. Someone might have been, this High Priestess might have been contrarian, in nature, and maybe this divine feminine, maybe you know something, and maybe you said something, and this person, I don't know, just out of, whatever it is driving this High Priestess person, but they may have said like, oh yeah, the divine feminine doesn't know what they're talking about, it's BS, you guys are good, everything is good, but they're in despair, so they didn't think that they were going to be found guilty because of whatever messages this priestess was giving them, which were false messages. Tell me about this message of concern. Tell me about this message of concern. That they have to move on, or that somebody's moving on. Oh, nice guy. That a nice guy is moving on. That's a message of concern. This nice guy's moving on. If the wealthy guy is a nice guy, if he's the nice guy, he may be moving away from a High Priestess because they gave them false information. Tell me more about the searching. Tell me more about searching. Thief. Something ended because someone blocked contact with a thief. Maybe this High Priestess with like the false information, maybe they're the person that's being viewed as a thief. Or maybe you blocked contact with this person and that caused an ending. Or overall this person's just being blocked. Because maybe this nice guy is finding out that this wealthy man and or this High Priestess are thieves. Ooh. Tell me more about this family nightmare. Okay, so you have a mature man, in your family or somebody else's family that may be suffering right now. Tell me more about the High Honor. Tell me more about this High Honor in reverse. Oh, we have Earth Angel. Tell me more about the Earth Angel. Tell me more about the Earth Angel. Okay. Third party situation. So there may have been like gossip about an Earth Angel not being high honor, but it's actually these other people, these third parties, a mature man and like a family unit are being persecuted for being a third party to an Earth Angel and saying that they're not in high honor. Tell me more about the pathway. Occupation. And they may have done this to block someone's pathway in their work, or they used work to block somebody's pathway. So this mature man may have ties to like the courts, the legal system, something along those lines. This person may have been throwing around their weight, you know, so to speak, to be a third party to an Earth Angel, whoever this mature man is that's connected to this family unit. Wow, okay. Tell me more about the family room. Tell me more about the family room. Yeah, so the family secrets were about some kind of foundation, assets, or somebody's health. So that was the secret of somebody's health. Maybe they didn't disclose that somebody passed away. So this could be like a hidden inheritance, hidden insurance policy, you know, something along those lines. Tell me more about the change. What is this change? Okay, Spirit is not playing about this. Okay, the change is abundance. The abundance is changing hands. That's why this family and this mature man are in a nightmare, because there's some false information. So this is like coming full circle. So they lied to get this divine feminine rejected from assets and like a great fortune, you know, having a solid foundation. So this may have been something that was owed to the divine feminine, or this was something, I'm getting, it could also just be that this is your spiritual inheritance. Maybe you were meant to, you know, build great wealth, or there was something that you were supposed to receive or something you're supposed to build, and these people, like I said, they were running interference. They were blocking your work and doing work on you to get you rejected from being able to have a solid foundation to being able to have wealth. Tell me more about the third party. Tell me more about this third party. Tell me more about the third party. Okay, South Node. They could have even said that maybe you were like somebody's mistress, that you were in a third party with someone. Or the third party is just people that were in their South Node, people who were low vibrational, people who wanted to cause problems, cause interference for this divine feminine energy. What is this expectation in reverse? So we have a rich guy, and that came out like borderline crossing. Tell me more about the rich guy. Oh, all right. So we had unexpected money, and that came out crossing. So somebody may have thought that they were going to receive some kind of funds that were going to make them a rich guy, whoever this person is, and they're not getting it. This abundance is going to be going somewhere else. It feels like to this main female. whoever this empath is, this divine feminine. Tell me more about the Lovers. Oh yeah, and they're in concern because you're not lovers with someone. So they may have needed you to be like low vibrational. They needed you to be like somebody's mistress. I don't know if somebody was like trying to sue you. I know I saw there was like that court case recently that someone won. I don't know what state it was in, but it was a woman who sued her friend or some woman on TikTok for spousal alienation. So I don't know if this is like that, like a third party was trying to sue you for spousal alienation to get access to some money that they blocked you from. This could be, bear with me, I'm piecing it together. This could be a situation where you have money, assets, something like that, that's like sitting somewhere, maybe like in holding, and there were multiple individuals who were aware of said money, and I'm getting people conspiring to sue you for something, for possibly spousal alienation. Like I did say that I saw something about sickness. So someone may have been trying to sue you for being a third party to like their marriage or something along those lines, or being a third party and like giving somebody some kind of ailment or causing some kind of ailment or whatever, saying that you were low vibrational, that you were not high honor, and trying to block your path. Like that's really elaborate. So to steal money or to block you from receiving money, and then that money be sitting somewhere, and then have like some whole strategy of like how you're going to sue somebody for money that they haven't received, or yeah, you were blocked from this money anyway. So maybe this was a situation where they needed you to have like legal trouble or something like that to be able to hold on to some money or get access to some money that they didn't give you in the first place, is what I'm hearing. That's elaborate. Yeah, so they didn't want to be caught up for whatever this is because someone didn't communicate something. Somebody didn't visit you. Somebody didn't call you. Somebody's not your mom. They couldn't trap you in something, and this is like good news for you. Now they're in despair about this great fortune is what I'm getting. Tell me more. Tell me more. Anything else we need to know? And then we have awakening, and that was crossing. So they didn't see this. They didn't see this coming. Whatever this is. So let's get some final messages. Final messages, Spirit. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? Final messages, Spirit. What does the collective need to know? All right. Look at that. So we have good fortune. So you do have, okay, divine feminine, main female, you have some fortune coming in. We have wedge. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want, which may be this great fortune. All right. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. So, yeah, they try to get you into something, get you caught up in something, possibly to sue you for something. Yep, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. And this may have caused you temporary problems. So these individuals did the most. They did the most, and they're getting caught up for this. But they tried to block you. They did all kinds of stuff to try to block you, try to get you set up, get you caught up in like some kind of weird third party situation. They were doing love spells to have you rejected by people, spreading rumors. I mean, they were getting, do you even know what this is? You probably would know what this is. If this is your message, you'll know what this is about. Tell me more. Anything else? Bam, this spun around. Opportunities are waiting for you. So regardless of what these crazies are doing, this third party situation with this mature man, family members, this could be a father figure, a grandparent, uncle, somebody that you used to have a family with. Maybe you had an like older individual that you're in a relationship with. Whoever these people are, you don't have anything to worry about. Your ancestors popped in for a second just to say that they were in the energy to like let you know everything is okay. They got your back. So whatever juju these people were trying to work in the background to prevent you from being able to get communication, which is what I'm getting, is like this good news is still coming in. You're still getting this information, even though they did all kinds of stuff to block you from being able to get clarity on what this is that's going on. So they could even, you may have an inkling about this, that somebody was trying to block you from something. You may not have known fully what it was, but it seems as though it's monetary, something tangible. This may have to do with a house. Maybe they've been blocking you from receiving a home, or this is something that they did in the past. But take what resonates and leave the rest. And just remember that there is no gender in tarot. And if you like the message, please share, comment, subscribe, and I look forward to reading for you guys again. Once again, I do hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving, or that you did have one, and I will see you guys again soon. So take care.